And in more exciting news, we join rising Nollywood director Samuel Olatunji, popularly known as Big Sam, at the beachside premiere of his star-studded comedy movie, Mimi. The movie examines issues of class disparity, childlessness, adoption, and much more. Details in this next report. Director Samuel Olatunji, also known as Big Sam, makes Nollywood history with the beach premiere of his new movie, Mimi. Mimi follows the story of an adopted woman in a wealthy family who is sent to spend time with her impoverished biological parents as an adult.
You are Jojo, my dear, for this place, we manage you. You understand?
While the movie is star-studded with actors such as Ali Baba, Ireti Doyle, Toyin Abraham, Jide Kosoko, and Bimbo Akintola, it also brings fairly new faces to the big screen.
Jojo is the younger sister to Mimi, the main character in the movie. Jojo is on the other side of, it's a ghetto family, you know. So you should watch out for Mimi. It's a great movie, and I could say that I'm really privileged being part of Mimi. Like, I really love the fact that I'm part of the work. Like, one of the works I'm proud to be.
The highly comedic movie is not only lighthearted, but also focuses on an increasingly important issue in Nigeria currently, class disparity.
The movie is a social commentary on how values, respect and dignity for labor have deteriorated. Quite a lot of people will just see it on the side of the humor. They will not see that a great cast was put together to cement the fact that there's need for values to change. And why do I say that? When they brought the script to me and I read it, and I was like, there's so many people like this online. People who do not value the hard work their parents have put into their own lives. People who think they can treat workers with disrespect. People who do not have dignity for labor. The fact that somebody is a vulcanizer means he's providing you some service. If the person is a driver, he's providing you some service. If he's the chef in the house, he's providing some service. There's need for children to know that.
Where's the other toad?
Oh my God, you smell like poverty. Do you know what poverty smells?
Hey, you, listen, hey! Be careful with my things, okay? 10 years of your miserable salary cannot be for a thing that I owe, not even my tissue paper. So be careful with my box. Handle it with respect.
These days you have children who come back from school and kick their shoes and tell the driver, please take it upstairs. So this movie is to reset those values. Beyond that, it's also to take a look at how the disparity between the rich and the poor have grown. It's now so huge. The gap is so huge now. So the movie takes you from the super rich and drops you in the dungeons of poverty. The other thing that it does is that it also helps to highlight how people struggle and the aspirations people have to make it. Humor here and there on childbirth, barrenness and not having children, not being ability to have children, and the fact that there's nothing wrong in adopting and giving a good life to people's children.
Other casts of the movie shared their experiences working on the film.
It was my first time working with Big Sam. Amazing, calm personality, very amiable, very gentle, and at the same time focused on the job. And of course, a lot of other stars I know, but it's always exciting every time we come together on any set.
With all the cracks and laughs the movie brings, it is also reminiscent of old Nollywood as it teaches valuable life lessons.
I wanted to tell a story of two words. The word of plenty and the word of abject poverty. Look at the plot. A lady who had lived all her life in Banana Island, all of a sudden, she's in Ajegunle. I wanted to tell what that story looked like. I grew up in Agege, and I knew the slum of Agege. I live in Allen. I live in relative comfort now. But to be honest, you need to be there to understand what it is, to queue, to wait for other people to be done with the restroom before it's your turn. So I wanted to tell a story of two words, but most importantly, entertainment. nothing more, nothing less. And I said something earlier, I wanted to bring a bit of old Nollywood back. Old Nollywood was about morals, teaching you the story. You finish the story, your parents will teach you down. Did you see how that person did? You should not do like that. So I had to bring morals and absolute entertainment together to create the magical Mimi. They have friends on the island who has not been to mainland in 5 years, except to drive fast and go to the airport. I know them. I'm not telling you fiction. They've not been to island in 5 years. I know a man who has not been to island in 10 years, except goes to airport and come back. These guys do not even understand that they are kind of poverty that are so heartbroken. You will see it, you will be shocked. You will be, okay, you are going to see a bit of Mimi today. You will see some of the restroom. You will be shocked that their restroom made with just iron and wrapper as the door. There are people in Lagos who had never seen toilet like that, who did not believe. My children, don't, for instance, I have a son. He went to a place and he saw a goat and he went ballistic. Goat, I'm like, Jesus. I even had a goat as a child. I named the goat. So why would you see a goat and go ballistic? So this kind of boy, he doesn't know anything. He goes, lives in the house, goes to Chrisland, comes back home, play game, read book, goes back. So when he sees this kind of movie, sees this kind of restroom, sees this kind of setting, he understands that whatever he has is a privilege. It's not necessarily because it's better. And sometimes maybe some smart decision from his people. So this story is important for us to see that there are people who live in totally different setting from ours and is of no fault of theirs.
Mimi premiered on May 13th and is in theaters now.
And when I talk about poverty, I'm telling you that type of poverty that is having apartments under the bridge.